The Holiday Inn Express of Pittsburgh has flexible meeting spaces, complimentary internet access, a free hot breakfast bar in the morning, and an indoor pool that the whole family will enjoy. Come book a room at the newest hotel in Pittsburgh, the Holiday Inn Express.
Saturday, February 14th in John Lance Arena, Lane Lord and the number 10 ranked Gorillas looking to stop number 2 ranked Fort Hays State. Pick things up early in the first half. The Tigers up 10 early. Hayden Herlocker grabbing the rebound off the miss and finding Lizzie Geronimus, who finishes with the layup and one. Free throw would be good to cut the deficit to 7. Then, a few possessions later, Gorillas working it inside as Paige Lungwitz finds the cutting Kylie Gafford for the easy 2. Pitt now down by 5. But now we move forward. Late first half, Pitt down 5, and Quinita Reed with the shot clock winding down hits the jumper, moving the Gorillas within 3. They go into the locker room down 5, but early in the second half, Pitt starting to get into a rhythm. Down 5, Reed with the crossover and drive, finishing with the left hand. So the Gorillas now down only 3. Then later on, tied at 52, Kathy Brugman receiving the pass from Kylie Gafford. She knocks down the huge 3 to put the Gorillas up 3. Pitt State looking to keep the momentum going. As a few minutes later, the Gorillas looking to build their lead. Haley Roderick getting in on the action as she drives the right side and finishes the layup. Gorillas up 6, and they would not give up the lead. Pitt State goes on to win by a score of 65-59, snapping Fort Hays State 21-game win streak as the Pitt State Gorillas move to 23-3 on the year, 13-2 in MIAA play.
Kathy starts. Just how big was this victory for the team after losing to them on the road about a month ago?
Yeah, it's really big for us. We were very excited coming into this game. We knew we had some revenge to get. They kind of embarrassed us last time, so we knew that was a different team. That wasn't us that played at Hayes, and so we wanted to come up and show them the real Pitt State, and we did a good job of that.
How physical was that game?
Very physical, very tough, a lot of fouls. But that's how it is in this league some days, and you just got to keep fighting through it and do whatever you can.
And how much did the crowd help you guys today?
It helped a lot. I mean, the energy from the fans is what kept us going, and we loved it. We used every bit of their energy to keep us going.
After that first timeout in the first half, I think you guys changed up your defense. You started pressing high. We made that coach. That obviously worked really well for you guys.
Right.
Going to that change, how did that propel you guys going forward?
Yeah, that was good. We'd been working on the press all week, and we haven't really done it much all year, but we knew with our depth that we have that, it could be a strength for us today. And we did a great job of our guards up front putting pressure on the ball and forcing some turnovers, and that was huge turning the game for us.
How was it getting on 40 the whole night?
It's tough. She's a great player. She's so tall and long, but Kylie got in some foul trouble, and so I had to guard her, and my teammates did a great job of helping me. I couldn't have done it on my own, and she still scored 19 points, but we knew that, we could give up that if we shut down the rest of our players. And our other players on defense, Haley every night is on their best player, and Mason only had 3 points tonight, so that was huge. That's a big part of it, is shutting down everyone else.
I think Lehman had like 6 points in the first couple of minutes. What were you guys able to do to kind of slow her down a little bit?
We just try to stay physical with her and kind of frustrate her a little bit, and then help where we can. We know there's some players we can help off of, and try to just discourage them from even passing it in there to start with. And so everyone else on the team did a great job of helping inside when we needed it, and we kind of were able to shut her down a little bit, slow her down at least.
I know we've talked about it a lot, but how much does your depth really kind of help this team? Because there were so many different people made big plays tonight.
We're deadly. So it's every night there's somebody different stepping up, so you don't know whose night is it. So they have to be very much prepared as we have to be prepared for them. So who's ever stepping up the next night, it's on.
Kathy, you guys were trailing for most of the game. Talk about how grueling a matchup like this is, and you have to keep battling, and then finally at the end you guys take the lead.
yeah, it's hard, and we knew coming in it'd be a tough game, and it'd be a fight till the end. And so we knew if we hung around that, our depth and just playing hard the whole game and the crowd and our energy, that, we'd keep fighting our way back, and that, if we'd stayed in it mentally, physically, that we'd give ourselves a chance at the end, and we did a great job down the stretch.
That last foul that they committed, you and Lizzie just embraced there. What was the feeling for you guys right there?
We're just so happy. I mean, we've worked so hard this week and really all season. This game was a big one for us. They're a great team, undefeated in conference. They've, obviously beat everyone, and so it's just a game that these are the games you live for and you love it, and especially one like that where you're fighting the whole game, you're down the whole game, and to come back at the end like that and do it together as a team, it's just incredible.
Thus far in the league, and it was just a knockdown, drag out, and we're just excited to be on top of this one.
What does it say about your team to be able to, be down most of the game and come back and pull it out?
Well, we got competitors, and we've got upperclassmen that believe they can win, and they've been in these situations now 120 times in their career. They've played a lot of big games, 2 NCAA tournaments, and Elite Eight. These 5 seniors are a pretty special group, and they kind of willed this one to happen.
I think last meeting they kind of dominated points and paint, dominated inside. Tell me about that difference today of you guys, working there and battling right with them inside.
Well, in the first half, they had 10 offensive rebounds, and that was where they were getting their second shot. We can play with them if we have one-shot defense, but on our rotations, we were giving up second and third chance points, and that's why we were down. In the second half, they had 0 offensive rebounds, and we limited them to 1 shot, and that was the difference in the game.
It started out with a 6-0 run. You took a timeout. What adjustments did you make to really help you there?
Well, at Hayes, I think we were down like 20-2, so I was kind of having deja vu. But, they're so hard to score on. I don't know if you guys can tell in the stands or not, but it is hard. A 6'5" girl is like a 7'4" guy, and it's really hard to score. We run the dribble drive. We like to get to the rim, and they really guard the basketball well off the dribble, and then when you got that waiting on you, 6'5", it's hard to score. And but we were able to chip away. I thought when we went small, Callie's in foul trouble, so I thought Kathy was huge in the post and kind of drawing Lehman out, and she's able to shoot the 3 and then drove by her a couple times, and that was huge momentum for us in that first half.
She gave you guys a lot of problems there in the first half. Second half, she was basically shut out. Kylie was on her, Kathy was on her, Lizzie was on her. How are you working just rotation on just guarding her?
Well, we're a post down with Elena Flob blowing her ACL, so we had to slide. Usually we don't like to have Lizzie play in the post on defense, but we have 3 bodies left in there, and we threw all 3 of them at her. But she's one of the best players in the country, one of the best players in the league. They're obviously one of the best teams in the country, and I can't believe how much better their group has gotten, because it's the same players as last year. They went 11-7, I think, in the league, 11-8, and they're doing Tony Hobson's a great coach. And they really are playing well. How in the world do you win 21 straight games is unbelievable to me. Actually, 22, I think. They haven't lost since before Thanksgiving. That's just, I can't even imagine that. That's a well-coached team, but we played pretty good today.
And I think it was recently that you moved Bregman to the bench, and what has she done for you to give you that spark as a reserve?
Well, she had a little slump in the middle of the season, and we just wanted to, Net was full speed, and we wanted to give her a run and then get Kathy's confidence back. And, these last 6 games, she's really responded, and she's been in double figures every game. And, we can't win a championship without her, that's for sure.
Coach, you talked about Lizzie a little bit earlier. Talk about how important it was for her. I mean, that type of player. You guys are down 6-0 early, 12-2 at one point. She kind of put the offense on her back, and you guys are struggling. Ended up getting that 3-point play, and then followed back up with another bucket to cut the lead to 5. How big is that, having that type of player in your team?
Well, that's what all Americans do. That's what go-to players do. And when everybody's struggling, you got to go make a play. And she usually finds a way to do that. And then in the first half, we climbed all the way back, and she hits a big 3 to put us up 3. And just a huge play. And then, of course, we go down and let their 2 shooters go back-to-back. Now it's back to, they're having the lead. But Lizzie does amazing things. She has for 4 years. And it's just fun to sit over there and watch her.
Then you talked about climbing back. You guys were on a 9-0 run midway through the first, ended up tying it. How big was that confidence-wise for your team to be able to put that kind of run on their defense?
Well, I think, it can go 1 or 2 ways. Down at Hayes, it went the other way. We didn't respond, and they kept scoring and we didn't. And so this time for us to respond was huge and huge for our confidence.
And then the last 5 minutes of the first half, they kind of went on a little run to close out, build a lead. What did you say to the girls at halftime?
We were right where we needed to be because one of our best players, Kylie, only played, 4 minutes first half, and she's our only true post player. I thought we did a heck of a job defensively on Lehman just to hold her to 11 points at half without Kylie in the game. So we were pretty proud of them at halftime, and we fought, our goal was to hold them to 60 points. So that would have been, you know, we matched our goal there. So that was big
Talk
time.
about your defense a little bit. You guys held them scoreless for 4 minutes there at the end. What does that do for the pace of the game to be able to get, I think it was like 4 or 5 consecutive stops, and then that way getting you guys the lead on the other end?
Well, that's why we're a good team. We're able to play good defense. When it's so hard to score against really good teams, you got to create some offense off your defense, and I thought we did that.
What momentum, I think it was about maybe a minute or so left in the game, Gafford gets a block for you on a play where you guys really kind of needed a defensive stop. What did that do for you guys?
Oh, that was huge. That was huge. She's great. That's two of the best. I think those were the two best post players in the league, and it was great to see them get after it. And but that play right there was huge. I mean, when you can block 6'5", you know, it's a lot of confidence running through your veins at that point.
And then bouncing off of Gafford, she actually had the ball in the post and could have taken it up, but ended up finding Brugman on that three-pointer all
Huge
along.
shot.
The shot was huge. The pass is huge. I mean, what is it like to have that kind of post player with that kind of vision to see that shooter wide open?
Well, she's a complete player. She can. We really worked a lot on her shooting the three this week. I thought she was going to take a couple, but she didn't. But she's a great passer. She leads our team in steals. She can score. She makes free throws. She's just an all-around good player.
And then you talked about switching net and Brugman. For Brugman to come off the bench and, I mean, still get regular minutes, but to knock down that type of shot that late in the game, what does that say about her confidence?
I think it's back. I think it's back for sure. She's played well, like I said, these last 5 or 6 games, been in double figures, and she had a huge 3 in the first half too. So, but yeah, I think she's back and ready to go. I thought Ned hit some big shots too. We had a little drop there in the second half where we missed some shots, and you know, Ned had back-to-back buckets for us that really helped us and keep us in the game.
With a minute left, you guys were up 5, and then they hit a three to get it within 2, and then you guys stretched it back out to 5. When did you finally feel like, okay, this is in our hands, we have this?
Not till 5 seconds were left. You know, it's the 3-point shot. You know, the way they play, and they're 22-2 for a reason, and then we're going to go down. You know, and Faxon hits a big 3. You know, they get one steal right there. Then we're in trouble. So you never feel good till that. Well, 5 seconds I felt good. That's about it. So.
Comfort Inn of Pittsburgh offers a cozy, welcoming room with free internet access. Enjoy the indoor pool area year-round and wake up to a complimentary breakfast every morning. When staying at the Comfort Inn, you can feel at ease knowing that your satisfaction is the most important thing to us.